Okay, let's talk about next year. NFC North. I'm going to give you my predictions on how it's going to go down. And look, we've got a long way to go. We've got all of off season of the draft, free agency. Teams can get better. The Packers can lose Aaron Rodgers. The Bears can add stuff around Justin Fields. We all know this, but we all also know kind of our gut feeling on this whole thing. So you look at last year's standings. I'll start at the bottom and go up, and then I'll give you my predictions for this year. So, or this upcoming year, the Bears are still a ways away. Justin Fields is exciting, but can they add enough this offseason to really make them good enough? And can he be um, a player that can use his legs and his arm? Can they get the offense around him? Maybe, but maybe they can't. So I still think the Bears are going to finish in the bottom two next year, but they could be on their way to a Jalen Hurts type of offense. He can use his legs, he can throw it here and there, and they could really be dangerous. But I just don't see it next year. Packers, they could lose Aaron Rodgers. They could look vastly different, or they could look about the same and go 8-9 with Jordan Love. We all kind of know that too. So the Packers have a crazy offseason coming up, and we'll see what they do. I'll get more into depth in exactly what I think that will happen next year. But if you just kind of look at, high level, it's pretty easy to kind of get it in the right direction. Lions, they're the surprise team, of course, of last year. They go 9-8. Down the stretch was incredible. I'm not completely sold on the Lions. I don't know what to expect. I think our trajectory is going in the right direction. I think we're going to be good, but what team are we going to get next year? The team that was started 1-6 or the team that closed really strong? Combination of both. Are we going to get we're riding such a high wave. I want us to be a little bit cautious. We'll see what happens. Future's bright though. And then the Vikings, this is the team that 13-4. We all know their story. Miraculous victories, somehow win. And that's how NFL games go. They get, you tilt one way or the other, and they just kept tilting their way. And eventually you knew that was not real, that their luck was going to run out. And you look at it, points that they scored, we scored more points, and we had the same amount of points against, but they won. Yeah, about 4 just miracle. How did you win those games? And that's how it happens that you win the division. So congrats to them. Nothing taken away from the Vikings, but the Vikings don't scare you. You don't think, oh my gosh, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins deserves more credit than he gets, but at the same time, he's never going to scare you. So here's a NFL exec that said that thinks the Lions, and get ready for this all off season. We're going to be the Lions can make noise. We're always kind of like that because we're down and look to flip us, and they'll go from worst to first and all that. This year is going to be insane. This off season of people thinking that we're going to do things. So a few people we spoke to floated Detroit as a divisional winner in 2023. Yep, get it. We know. Of course, we finished second in the division. A lot of momentum. We feel the same way. We get it. And he said, I'm not completely sold on Jared Goff keeping up his play from this year, but if he can, there's no reason why they can't do some damage in the playoffs. And an anonymous NFL exec said in the piece, I am sold on Jared Goff. Can he be at the highest level that he was in the back half of the year? Probably not all year, but even a little drop off is fine. Do we expect him to go through 10 games in a row without throwing an interception? Probably not, right? There's going to be bounces. There's going to be weird things. He's going to throw interceptions, but I am sold on Jared Goff doing a lot of good things and being good. So I'm not sure. I have to remind you that the Lions have won just a single playoff game in the Super Bowl era. So if an NFL team executives are predicting this team to make some postseason noise in 2023, we are truly entering uncharted territories. That's what Pride of Detroit is saying. I couldn't agree more. You can't forget we have not won playoff games. It's hard to get into the playoffs, and then we just don't win. We've only won one in the Super Bowl era. So why that's so important is because we need to win the division. We have to win the division, get a home playoff game at Ford Field. There's no way we lose that game. A home playoff game in Ford Field would be just the most craziest atmosphere that we've seen in an NFL stadium in a long time, right up there with the Seahawks, but when they were really rolling. I mean, just loud noise. So that's why if you make the playoffs, obviously great. But if you can win the division, guarantee a home playoff spot, and then if you win the division, maybe you have a couple home games, or who knows how it would work depending on your seed, but you guarantee yourself a home playoff game, which then would guarantee, I'm saying it like guarantees a victory. So now you're either 1 or 2 games away from the Super Bowl at that point, depending on if you're the 1 seed. I don't think will be that, because I mean, San Francisco and the Eagles aren't going anywhere. But I so my prediction for the NFC North, I think the Vikings and the Lions are going to be right there going toe to toe. I do think the Lions, excuse me, win the division. I think the Vikings are second. I think the Packers are third, and I think the Bears are fourth next year, because the Packers, even if Aaron Rodgers comes back, this is just kind of who they are. They're 500. That's who they are now. They can't get in a rhythm. He's trying to play hero ball. He's not like this young quarterback trying to just make the right reads. Just doing he's trying to play outside of the offense, and it just doesn't work anymore. And so unless he comes back to his basic fundamentals, which he's not going to at his age and his career and everything that he's done. So I think the Packers still stay here. And I think Justin Fields, either has a super bright future and it's just not going to be there yet, or B, he's just not going to work out as an NFL quarterback like we think. He's gonna, I mean, he'll be here forever. He'll have a good career, but at some point you have to throw that 3rd and 8 pass. Just drop back, throw a slant. Can he do that? Maybe he can, maybe he can't. But next year, any case, they'll win 4, 5, 6 games, but they'll finish in the bottom of the division. So I think it's Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears to close out next year. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, it's early. It's like too early to even be talking about this, but at the same time, high level, you can kind of already go for it and just be like, yeah, I mean, the Vikings are going to be solid, but they're not going to be what they were. The Lions they're not going to be in the bottom of the division. Like, we just know that. The Lions understand how to play against the Bears. They understand how to play against Justin Fields. You saw that last year. We really that second game against him, okay, make him throw, all the things that they just were really well coached on that. So I feel good about that. Those Vikings games are going to be toss-ups. And then the Packers beat him twice, really played Aaron Rodgers well, man coverage, make him throw it, blitzed him a few times, and make him throw, make the wide receivers get open. I mean, he's going to throw it. Aaron Rodgers is great, but at the same time, we really figured out how to handle the teams in our division. We went 5-1 in the division. I mean, I'm trying not to be too optimistic, but at the same time, I just saw it. I saw it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, how the division will go next year, and we'll see all of you on the next one.